What's up, boys and girls? How's it going? I just wanted to release a quick video, really, to talk about a world boss that we tried today as a guild and with another guild called Red Nose. He spawns at the exact same place that the daily summon scroll boss does for Red Nose, except this guy is a hell of a lot stronger. As you can see in the video, there are probably around 50, 60, 70 of us trying to kill this boss, and we were killing this boss for around, I don't know, about an hour. And he would one-shot anyone that got in range. You can see on the left-hand side, if you see in my chat box, whenever anyone dies, it shows up their name. So you can see quite how many of us are dying because we are literally getting one-shot. Now, I don't have a problem with him one-shotting us. I understand he's a high-level boss, and I understand that we're not all geared and the game's only just been released. So, you know, why should we be able to kill this boss? But hey, we wanted to give it a go anyway because we thought, oh, it will be a fun guild activity for us all to try out. Now, you can probably see that I'm not able to see the boss's HP as it's dropping. That's for a couple of reasons. One, the colour is changing so slowly because he has so much HP that it looks like you're not doing any damage at all. And two, I haven't actually learnt the knowledge on this boss, so I can't see anything myself. There were a couple guildies that could see this boss's HP, and after about sort of like half an hour, 40 minutes, we did get him down to around 50%, which is where things started to go really, really wrong, because he hit phase 2 and basically wiped us. Now, again, I don't care that is why we died. We died to boss mechanics. That's fair. The reason that I wanted to make this video is because we didn't die because we all got wiped and everything and then the boss just, you know, reset because he killed us all. That would have been fine. We'd have been like, alright guys, the boss beat us. We'll have to come back when we've got better gear and more people. No, the reason we all started dying was because as the video goes on and more people started to turn up, the boss started glitching out. He started disappearing and reappearing. He started teleporting around the map. He started lagging about, and he would just appear in front of people and just one-shot them, and they had no opportunity to dodge his attacks or move away. Now, people are going to probably say, oh, it's probably because your internet sucks, Tom. Yeah, oh, Wiggles, your internet shit. Just, you know, it's your problem. It's your computer that's bad and all this. No, it was happening for literally everyone there. I checked with the other guild that was with us. I checked with all my guildies. Everyone was having the same problem. The boss was lagging around and he would just appear in front of us and kill us and one-shot us. So this is the first problem that we had with the boss encounter. The second issue, which was the biggest issue we had with the boss encounter, is when we did finally get him to phase 2 and we were finally getting him down below 50%, a lot of us died. So we had to respawn and run back to the boss. Now, whilst we were all running back, what seems to have happened, because I've checked the video footage back a couple times now, I'll let you guys draw your own conclusions because it will be towards the end of the video that it will happen. It seems as though the boss decided to chase after the people that had died and tried running to them, because in the video footage and everyone else that I asked, we didn't see anyone run away from the boss, but the boss basically just made a beeline for people that were miles away, and then because he ran too far away, he just reset and went back to 100% HP. So I've got a couple of problems with this that I wanted to talk about. The first one is that if another player is in the group, it's very hard for us to see if there are other guilds here because there are so many Leviathan members. You know, there were a couple non-guildies here that we couldn't see, and we did try to poke them out because we were a bit worried that they would, you know, reset the boss, but we couldn't do it too much. But the main concern I've got is that another guild could come along, like even if it's only 2 people, and they could try and draw aggro from the boss. I'm not exactly sure how the aggro system works, so if anyone knows and they can confirm it, that would be great. But what they could do is basically just pull aggro from the boss, and when the boss starts chasing them, just run away and reset the boss. And that's a really unfair system in my eyes, because you could just basically abuse that and piss all the other guilds off, really annoying. And yeah, you could say, oh, but that's competitive and all this, it's to stop them from getting loot, and yeah, okay, but that's not fun. The way to stop it would be to get a group of your guild members in and PvP them and actually fight them for the boss. That would be fun and that would be fine. But actually dragging the boss out and resetting him, I feel like that could suck. Also, throughout the video, you're going to see me using things called Alien's Tears. I use it a couple times. A few times I don't when I die because I'm not spending 50 cents to revive. One of the problems with this boss that I feel, or all world bosses, is that you lose XP when you die. Now, I understand that is a penalty in the game when you die. You lose XP, you have a chance for your gems to be destroyed, and you can lose trade items. Fine. Now, when you're on a boss that's one-shotting you, and you're dying through lag and other problems, and if you haven't got like a really good PC, you're going to be running at like 15 frames, I don't feel like you should be losing XP every time you die. And what makes it even worse is to stop losing that XP, you're having to spend 50 cents to, you know, stop yourself from losing potentially an hour's worth of work. Like, at level 50, it's a bit of a problem losing a % of XP. At level 51, all of a sudden, that's a lot of XP to be losing for every death. Like, some of our guys died 5, 6, 7, 8 times. That's 8% of a level, which at level 51 is well over an hour or 2 hours worth of grinding, you know? So I don't think it's fair that we should be losing XP for something that's out of our control sometimes. Like, you can even see when I'm running back into the boss fight, you can see that he's teleporting and blinking about, and it's just, I just don't think it's fair that we're being penalized into spending 50 cents to not lose our XP. And yes, I know what you're all going to say. You're all going to say, oh, but Wiggles, you don't have to spend the 50p. If you don't want to lose XP, then just don't do world bosses. And yeah, man, I agree with that. We have now agreed as a guild that we're not going to try Red Nose until we have many more people to help us out and we have better gear. Because yes, it's not worth us losing the XP over it to potentially not even down the boss. And even if we did down the boss, we'd probably only get some Laverto weapons and some weapon stones. So we're going to wait until we're better geared and, you know, we can keep up with it and we are actually ready to take on the boss, because I realise it is very soon for us to be fighting this boss. But the point stands in that I don't think you should lose XP from dying to a world boss. I think that it should be like with the relic summons shards. Like, you don't, when you do a relic summon boss, you don't lose XP when you die to it. And I think that's a much better system for world boss. It would stop people from being so worried about getting, you know, ganked by other guilds and that they're all going to lose massive amounts of XP when they get wiped. And also it would make everyone feel a bit better about dying if, you know, there's so much lag going on and everything that you can't really help it if you get killed sometimes. I mean, admittedly, in this video, I fuck up quite a few times. I die because I don't dodge very well. So that is on me. I deserve to lose XP there. I have no problem with you guys saying that. But a couple times, he literally appeared in front of me, and I was like, okay. And it was too late. I couldn't dodge. And, you know, I was dead and I was out of the game. And I was like, well, do I release and lose a % XP, or do I just bite my tongue and just, you know, spend 50 cents to revive? So, and I mean, that's just, I don't know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. This is why I'm putting this video up. I'm not putting this video up to shit talk the game, because I love this game. It's the best MMO I have ever played. But for PvE content, this was pure AIDS. Like, this was horrible. This was not fun. It was great until, you know, it was great until 10-15% in, when all of a sudden it started becoming a bit of a nightmare, when we realised how much XP we were losing and the boss was lagging around and that people could reset the bosses if they came along. So I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think of the boss system in this game, because certain bosses like the Mudster, which is another world boss, a few guilds have downed him now. Kungan streamed it with his guild Nihilum, they killed it, and that is a reasonable boss. That boss doesn't have, like, you know, that boss didn't seem to be lagging. That boss seemed to be there and fine and everything, and we will attempt Mudster if we see him spawn, but Red Nose was an absolute nightmare with where he was blipping around everywhere and everything. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I wanted to say, guys. He is a level 55 boss, so that is why he's showing up as purple for us. But at the same time, I'm just curious if you think, hey, maybe you just shouldn't be doing these world bosses until you're at least level 54 and your guild's all fully geared, or if you think, hey, the fact that the boss is lagging around and can be reset by anyone, and you lose 1% XP every time you die, is that a problem? So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, guys. I don't think there's anything else that was really a major problem on this boss. The only other thing that you could, that was a little bit of an annoyance, is obviously when this boss is here. The reason we came across this boss was because we were doing a daily quest. We were doing the Red Nose Summon Scroll daily boss quest, which you get at level 50. We came here, and we were like, ah, shit, Red Nose is here. So that stopped us from being able to do our daily quest. That's fine, because you can just change channel. Don't change to, like, from Calpheon 1 to Calpheon 2, because he will still be there, it seems like. So we had to change to, like, Media 1, and then the boss wasn't there after that. So that was another little annoyance, but it's cool because it alerts you that he's there, so I guess that would get more guilds out there. I don't want this game to be a Zerg game, you know, where it's just like, oh, the world bosses in this game, you just need like 400 of you to kill him. That's just, because whose computer can handle that? Let's be realistic, you know. I turned this down to medium. When I was recording, I was getting 30 frames, which is fine, but some of the guys who don't have as good computers as me were getting, you know, 10, 15 frames, and that's with only 60, 70 of us here. You know, imagine if it was 400 people, their computers are literally going to burst into flames, and, you know, you'll be able to cook an egg on the CPU. So I don't really want it to be like that, but I don't know, maybe I'm being dumb, guys. Seriously, like, I'm not trying to spark an argument here. I'm genuinely trying to spark debate. I'm interested to hear your opinions on this, of whether you think I'm being ridiculous, or what you think we should have done, or what you think can be improved, or anything, because I'm sure most of us as a community, we want this game to work. We want this game to be good, and we want it to be a success. So I feel like getting feedback and everything, and like getting, you know, like potential issues out there is going to help the game to survive and increase in enjoyment. But yeah, I mean, that's all I've got to say, guys. If you have watched the video, I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do drop a comment below with your ideas, because I really would like to hear what you have to say. Seriously, like, I'm not looking for an argument here. Like, I know people are going to post hate comments. I know people are going to say I'm shit at the game. I know people are going to say, oh, you're just getting killed because you're bad, or like, your internet sucks, or anything like that. I'm sure there'll be plenty of those, but yeah, any serious comments, seriously, I will love to read them and have a proper discussion about it, and everything. It'll be really interesting. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. I'm going to be doing a witch build very soon, because I've been asking lots of people have been asking about a witch guide, so I'm going to be getting that out shortly as well. Anyway, guys, until next time, take it easy and peace.